I'm just coming out of an event and at the Transcorp Hilton, and I had a plan to attend to some national issues, and I'll just be right away very quickly. I woke up middle of the night on Tuesday or so, thereabouts, and heard there is a curfew. No, there's been a state of emergency declared in Rivers State. 2 nights before, someone had called me and told me things, maybe, I don't know, I don't want to sound religious, prophetically, that was going to be happening over the nation. I just returned from a trip on Sunday, so I was very tired. So somebody was calling me to know if I'd arrived safely, and then I saw a message about fire. So I was scared, and I thought there was fire in my house. And I said, what kind of message is this? And they said, no, not fire in your house, but fire on the nation. They had not declared a state of emergency, and I had a 1-hour call with that person, and it was telling me certain things. Okay? It was more like preparing you for what was ahead. And then I was still tired. On Monday, there was an event I didn't attend, intentionally sleeping in my house. Then I used sleeping tablets in the afternoon. I was really, really tired. So waking up in the middle of the night, the news I saw, that was now Tuesday. Yeah, that was now Tuesday as a state of emergency declared on this. I said, So when I looked at all the news, I called the person. I said, 48, 72 hours ago, you were telling me some things, and see what has happened. Now, I had wanted to say some things about the International Women's Month, about issues happening in the nation, to thank two of they are not mentors, men who had impacted my career, and I was thankful for their impact, but I kept quiet. And the issue of Rivers came. And I've been at the... Sorry, I'm in my car, and like I said, I want to do this before I move. So, my name is Ronke Kosoko, founder Employment Clinic, CEO Maritime Innovation Top. I founded Employment Clinic 15 years ago, and I've handed over to another generation. But somewhere along the line, when I had stepped out of the company or trying to hide in the last maybe 1 or 2 years, I've been out of radar. People have been asking, where are you? I just decided not to say anything. Some people say you're not doing anything. Some people say all kind of gibberish, but I just keep quiet. Running an employment clinic in our Den Hilopeju office. This is 10, 12, 15 years from now. So you can talk about 2012 up until 2016. I've had the experiences of parents monitoring when I come into my office and they sweep in and kneel down to beg for employment. I've had situations, encounters with graduates, with masters abroad. At the point, I stopped sitting on recruitment panels because my heart breaks when I see what people are qualified to do and there are no opportunities or there's a mismatch. I've had opportunities to experience young people targeting me and following me to Victoria Island at an event where they know, hey, not for evil. You just find people who are genuinely looking for a source of livelihood. Every week on Thursdays in our office, we run Job Club. Then every Thursdays, we had a training room where we're training people, 40 every week, where other human resource professionals could use. There was also an in-house studio where we're doing employment show. We've had all sort of experiences. So I'm not a novice to the employment situation in the country. Good afternoon. So, 2017, I think 2011, 2012, we're in Rivers State. I was on the same panel with Wike and APC Stalwarts in Rivers State. Obi Ezekwesili, Dr. Mrs. Obi Ezekwesili, former World Bank Vice President. Mrs. Sibim Semenetari, then, who was a commissioner then. I remember I got into Abuja one day and she called me to speak with their commissioner for youth then. I can't remember his name, but it's beautiful with the hair. There was a young man that we were on the same panel then, a River State young person, who 5 years or 6 years later called me. No, he didn't call me. One of the Rivers guy who organized that program in that year sent me a message that someone was looking for my phone number, and it was sounding like someone whose liver was lost. Should I give him your number? I was like, yes. What could they be looking for me for? Guess what? They needed people like us, people in my space, who could go to a particular country for 1 week, all funded by an international foundation, in helping to scale down employment solution in the country. And when he called me, I said, oof, I didn't want to tell him no. I didn't want to tell him no. I said, okay. He sent me the invitation. I didn't want to say no because I was then consulting for railway property. I knew where this was going to end. River State, hold on. Anyway, my passport was 3 months to expiration, so that was an excuse not to go on the trip. The white men said no. There were clusters from River State and Lagos State. There were directors working with the government. There were private sector operators and all that. I had a major contract for railway property. Very busy then. So I was looking for every opportunity to escape. Fast forward. The organization said they were going to extend the dates so that everybody could be ready. I didn't want to go for even the visa interview because we're just going to talk and come back. I couldn't escape. So it was an opportunity to renew my passport. I did. When I went for the visa interview, the embassy was on a national holiday. I was happy, thank God. Guess what? They said go. Jeez. I went, I got visa. Others had left a day before. I can't remember what happened. I joined them the next day. This is the first time I'm mentioning why I was running from that trip. We were in a place where an organization was training, placing, and mentoring 50,000 young people into jobs on an annual basis. And we were to go back to Nigeria to replicate this in Lagos and Rivers as a pilot. I am a Lagos citizen. I refuse to work with my states because I feel we have enough. I had done a lot of work in the Niger Delta region, in Akwa Ibom, on Bakassi Port, on industrialization project for the state in 2012. I've been everywhere. I was there when they established the NDDC. I was there when they established all the projects to take off the militants from the streets, even the NSCP program and NEMASA, which I was involved with for about 6 years. So my heart was boiling. If we're going to do this, we are going to Rivers. I left my own Lagos. We went to Rivers. Wike was governor. Amechi was the minister in my sector. We couldn't pull through something that would impact 5,000 Rivers youths. Led by a Rivers youth. Connected by a Rivers youth internationally. We already had a program in our office. A Rivers youth, Isioma Iwegboe, that's his name. And others came from Rivers to get this training in Lagos. We sent them back. That we will come to their states because we needed to talk to the governors. I went to meet the Huku Peter side that I needed to reach the governor. He gave me 2 contacts to contact. What is all the story all about? The chaos, the confusion in Rivers, like I said, has been a major concern that has affected a lot of developmental projects that would have impacted on the people because of the arrogance and the boisterous nature and the militant nature of their leaders. Not talking Fubara, not talking Wike, their leaders generally. So when Buhari administration didn't send anybody, Papa, when we cascaded to the Tinubu administration, we needed to reach 10 states. Lagos is not a problem. And if you think I'm talking because I'm a Lagosian, please go and munch out tweets and online information about the things that I was saying in 2012 when the nation was protesting for subsidy removal. I told our staff then, I said, go home, go and sleep. None of you should hit the streets, and analyzed the reason why subsidy is an economic decision that has to be taken. It's been an issue since IBB days. It's been an issue that we read in economics in the university. Liberalization and privatization of public enterprises. It wasn't popular then. All the young people who led the Hojota protest are my friends. But they are all in Harvard, in UK, in US, everybody, every single person had relocated. And they made a lot of money from the country. So, this issue is not an issue of today. The Lagos that I did not go and talk to before I could sleep and wake up had called me because the director got back and sprang into action. Went to her commissioner. The commissioner also said I should come. I just dropped a letter and left for Abuja. I was getting to Abuja that day. They said the commissioner is calling me. I said I just left Lagos. She has decided to work with you. Before I knew what was happening, Lagos has moved all the necessary buttons. We had called 100 employers of labor to the table as off-takers. What? I don't want to do Lagos, I want to do Rivers because of the peculiarity of their situation. But then there was crisis between the then minister, Rotimi Amechi, and Wike. There was another Rotimi Amechi man, a Rivers man, that would say, see, this particular issue, go and take it up with your minister since you are the friend. He took it off to hijack. What are we now? 2025. The same state is still battling crisis. I saw a pastor on the 9th of March online prophesied exactly all that is happening now in Rivers State. I saw another one, Mark Miracle. I listened to him talking about the month of March, what was going to happen. And when the things happen, I saw the man again talking about peace. Where do you get progress when the youth are unemployed? When the youth are militant? When even the ones who are not militant, there are opportunities to come and impact their lives, but their leaders will never work together. How are you going to develop? My friend who told me, who organized the program in Rivers State in 2012, who called me in 2017 and said another Rivers guy who was working with an international foundation who were willing to bring their money in hundreds of millions of dollars to help young people in this particular space. I spoke with him. He said, see, I am now a Lagosian. My children's birth certificate carry Etiosa local government. He was tired. He doesn't even want to hear anything Rivers. He was just tired. Fubara had not even become governor. Now Fubara became governor. My point and my position, and this is not political, has been that if you do not want to be a governor, or you don't want to bow to constituted authority, please, you would have told them that you don't want to be a governor. You do not want a godfather, sorry. Then carry your home placard, spend your home money, make yourself a governor. And there is no human hand in making you a governor. I don't understand what is happening between them. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in their politics. I was going to go and see Wike as a federal minister and say, see, this issue has been cascaded under the presidency and under social minister. We just need who is the sensible person to talk to in your states to give us 5,000 young people so that we can do the right thing with them and place them into jobs. Rivers has always been a volatile place. Rotimi Amechi was 7-year minister of transportation. It was fight all through with his first governor. Now the first time you are going to have this state-federal alignment, where the governor is supposed to use that as an opportunity to get so many things for his state, leveraging both the president and his minister. It's fight. Where do we want to turn? We are not coming to ask you for money. Your own youth had come to Lagos, the same Lagos they are calling stinking Lagos, I said, see, I don't want to identify retrievers. I'm okay in Lagos. My children's birth certificates are buried in Etiosa. I am now a citizen of Etiosa local government. You know how bad that can be. Like I said, I am not interested in their fights. I am interested in this despicable behavior of their leaders that have set everywhere on fire. Not only under Fubara Wike, but under Wike Amechi, Ibori. If the state is cursed, why can't they go and kneel down and pray to God to have mercy? If the country did not really set up this state of emergency and we begin to have pipelines explosion, Nigeria has made some progress, then we want to go backward. Then, seriously, how do you develop as a country? Development has become a subnational level issue. We can't go to a state where international foundations say we will fund, but we will not come and do the work for you. Go and put together the structure on ground, we will fund. This is how it has been working in our system, and we want to see it work in Nigeria. That country is it's not up to Lagos as a state. Lagos as a state is bigger than that country as a nation. They've been able to effortlessly, in one organization, train and place 50,000. I know they would have been close to 100,000 annually. We can't do that and replicate that in Nigeria just because we can't get across to leaders. And your big men, when they have opportunity on the table, the next thing they want to do is to grab. Is to be me, myself, and I. There are genuine young people, highly talented in that river state. My heart has been there for over 8 years. We can't help them. Like I said, just being able to talk to the governor, being able to talk to the right commissioner, being able to talk to the right director, being able to escalate and put these things together. There was a director there who was willing to put some developmental thing together. He's a development expert. So passionate, the man would have retired now if he's not dead. We can point people in that space whose heart is burning with fire for Rivers Youth. Their state is not listening to them. You are listening to riffraff. Big men who come to package themselves and they are this and they are that, and you empower them with money, and the next thing they want to do is to throw some money to some militants who buys the most expensive champagne and this and that in the states, and they are the alpha and omega of everything. I have not seen protests where people are saying, see, this development must come into our states. How long more, Nigeria? How long more? If I need to share any further opinion, I will share, but this is my opinion for now. I will be engaging with your leaders behind the scene, beginning from Wike himself. If I have access to Fubara, I will talk to people in the present government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But this volatility in that state has never been to this level, where a governor will just go and demolish House of Assembly. We have issue in Lagos. The Dobasa or Miranda just go and pull down the House of Assembly. They have issue in Osun. The Dadeleke or Oyotola just go and pull down House of Assembly. I was so scared when I saw that thing on TV. I said, what? What is this? Before you know it, every state will be demolishing State House of Assembly. Wahala go start. In a country where there is no money, international organizations are saying they are not funding your projects again. Unemployed people are protesting, saying they are doing answers, they are demolishing government properties. Government has not even finished building all those things. What kind of thing will make a governor to just go and demolish a building? Is that the states we want to go to and say, give us 5,000 of your youth who are graduates at this? So minister is willing to this. The president is willing to do this. So international organization is willing to this. And we do all the work. I am tired. I am tired. You need peace in that state. I know the work that we have done in that place, particularly in Akwa Ibom State, even since when Akpabio was a state governor. But I will keep quiet. I will keep quiet. I will keep quiet. But I hope we all embrace peace. People like us have been very quiet. Our life is not down. Doing very well, doing very okay. We just decided to stay quiet on national issues. Because if we speak, but it's better to be quiet. But all this militancy, all this I cannot bow to authority, and even the authority saying they cannot eat the humble pie, it has to stop. There is godfatherism in the north. You cannot be a governor in Taraba State today without the blessing of T.Y. Danjuma. You cannot be a governor in Niger State without the blessing of General Absalam Abubakar and IBB. In every state, there are people who are power brokers. If you do not want a godfather, tell them you don't need their position. I've had an issue where I had to confront Erotimi Amechi Halai because I did something for 1,200 youths and I wasn't interested in power. I said, go and talk to the minister and sort it. Let us remove this 1,200 people from the world. And he took it and wanted to go and collect money and wanted to kill me. Those are the people you call leaders. And we've taken it under another leader, a Yoruba man who is pulling all the strings. But when people are spending 12 hours, 24 hours, doing meeting on how to install you as a governor, you did not tell them that you don't want to be governor. Then you took power in 6 months, you said to hell with them. Fashola had issue with Tinubu. They settled it. They disagree to agree. Tinubu is somebody you can disagree with. I can disagree with him and say, sir, I don't want this one. It's not like that. It's not like that. This is the issue. He will smile. If he does not agree with your issue, he will go. When he said, they say, Kola, I think what you said is right. Let's go with your idea. So what is this madness? What is this madness that somebody on one side cannot think about the people and say, I surrender for the interest of progress? Whether I am right or wrong, let's make progress. Go and think, Rivers people. Go and talk to your leaders. We have things for you that will impact 5,000 of your graduates free of charge. When you are ready, talk to us. We will swing in and do the needful. Have a good day.